Good, good morning. We are back with our classes on electricity. We'll do a very small part of electricity today, which is called as what? Joule's law of heating. From where did this heat part come in electricity? So the first part from where we start is, see, when I pass electricity through a wire for a long duration of time, the wire gets heated up. Now, with flat TVs, all these games cannot be played, but yet, if your mother has told you not to watch TV at all, when she goes out and she comes back, and before she comes back, you have kept the TV remote also in the correct position and everything is switched off. If she just goes and touches your TV, she knows whether you have used the TV or not. The same case is with your laptops also, it gets heated up. So what happens is, when you are passing electricity through a particular wire or through a particular device, the wire gets heated up or the device gets heated up. Why it gets heated up? Because a part of electrical energy is converted into heat energy. A part of electrical energy is converted into heat energy. Okay, so a part of electrical energy is converted into heat energy, and that is why the wire gets heated up. Now, how much heat is generated or how much heat is liberated? This is decided by what law of heating? Joule's law of heating. So understood? Whenever through any device, if electricity flows for a long duration of time, the wire gets heated up because a part of electrical energy is converted into heat energy. How much heat is generated is decided by what law of heating? Joule's law of heating. According to Joule's law of heating, the heat produced in a conductor is directly proportional to I square RT, where I is what? What is I? Current in amperes. What is R? Resistance in ohms. And what is T? T is time in seconds. So what does Joule's law of heating say? Joule's law of heating say that heat produced in a conductor is directly proportional to I square RT. In here, first, we will first teach you as H is proportional to I square, H is proportional to R, H is proportional to T. Compile up 1, 2 and 3, you will get what? H is proportional to I square RT. Where I is what? Current in ampere. More the current, more the heat. More the resistance, more the heat. For more time it is passed, more is the heat generated. Understood? So this is called as what? H is proportional to I square RT. What was Ohm's law? V is proportional to I. So V is equal to IR. What is Joule's law of heating? H is proportional to I square RT. Clear? Now, let us read through this part, then we will teach you how we got this value. H is proportional to I square RT. Okay. We know that a battery or cell is a source of electrical energy. Correct? We generate electricity in small scale through battery or cell. The chemical reaction within the cell generates the potential difference between the two terminals that sets the electron in motion to flow the current through a resistor or a system of resistors connected to a battery. We have also seen that to maintain the current, the source has to keep expending its energy. Where does the energy go? A part of the source energy is maintaining the current may be consumed into useful work. Rest of the source energy may be expended in heat to raise the temperature of the gadget. Please write there. A part of electrical energy is consumed into useful work. A part of electrical energy is consumed. A part of electrical energy is consumed in doing work. And the rest of the energy is converted into heat energy. And the rest of the energy is converted into heat energy. And hence heating effect of electric current. And hence heating effect of electric current. So why do we study heating effect of electric current? Because when you pass any gadget electricity for a long duration of time, you find that a part of it is used to do the work, that is consumption of electrical energy, and the rest of the part gets converted to what? Heat energy, to increase the heat of the device or the gadget through which it flows. For example, an electric fan becomes warm if used continuously for a long time. You would have even seen the sides of the fridge. The sides of the fridge are always warm, or rather I should say hot, because it has been constantly in use. Okay. On the other hand, if an electric circuit is purely resistive, that is configuration of resistors only connected to a battery, the source energy continuously gets dissipated entirely in the form of heat. This is known as heating effect of electric current. This effect is utilized, please underline, 1 mark question. This effect is utilized in devices such as electric heater, electric iron, etc. When you plug it on, they get converted, they convert most of their electrical energy into what energy? Heat energy. Now, how did we derive H is equal to V square RT? Please write derivation of Joule's law of heating. Derivation of Joule's law of heating, or mathematical derivation of Joule's law of heating. Very important 2 marks question in board. Okay. Now, let us understand the first thing. We defined potential difference, and we said that when we define potential difference, we say that the amount of work done in carrying the unit positive charge from one end of the conductor to the other end in an electric field is called potential difference. Right? Mathematically, I express potential difference as V is equal to W by Q. Correct? Now, energy is nothing but work. So from this definition, W is equal to what? VQ. Correct? This much. Now, this is from definition of potential difference. So we have got what? W is equal to VQ. From the definition of current, I is equal to Q by T, the amount of charge flowing or rate of flow of charges. So this is from definition of current. From definition of current. So what is Q equal to? IT. Correct? Now substituting, let us suppose make this as equation 1. Substituting the value of Q in equation 1. Substituting the value IT. So W is equal to what? VIT. I'm writing here because Q is equal to what? IT. Correct? Work done is nothing but energy. Energy in the form of heat. So I can write H is equal to VIT. I can write. So this is my third or the first formula of heat. H is equal to what? VIT. Now according to Ohm's law, V is equal to what? IR. According to the form where we got Ohm's law. Okay, Raga onchur turn ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. Fine. So now substituting the value of V in equation 3. What is V there? Equation 3 is what? H is equal to VIT. V is what? IR. So IR into IT. So H is equal to what? I square RT. This is called as what law of heating? Joule's law of heating. Okay. Now this is equation 4. V is equal to IR. So I is equal to what? V by R. Substituting this. Substituting the value of I. What will I get? H is equal to V square by R square into R into T. This R and this R gets cancelled. So I get what? H is equal to V square by R into T. So this is my fifth formula of heat. Understood from how we derived? We basically derived it as V is equal to W by Q, W is equal to VQ, I is equal to Q by T. From here it starts. The moment I substitute the value of Q as IT. So H is equal to VIT. Substituting V is equal to IR. I get H is equal to I square RT. H is equal to V square by R into T. Please write this. This is a very important derivation. Okay? Yeah, so this is our derivation of Joule's law of heating. This is a mathematical derivation to prove that H is equal to I square RT. So in the end, please write thus heat is calculated by the formula, or thus heat energy is calculated by the formula H is equal to VIT. This is the first formula. H is equal to I square RT. This is the second formula. And the third formula is H is equal to V square by R into T. These are our three formulas to calculate heat. H is equal to VIT, H is equal to I square RT, H is equal to V square by R into T. V is potential difference in volts, I is current in amperes, R is resistance in ohms, and T is time in seconds. Clear? Now, let us read through it, the last part of it, which says nothing, but I am reading this part. Can you see? I am reading this part because we have already done the derivation. This is H is equal to I square RT is known as Joule's law of heating. It implies, please write, define Joule's law of heating, or state, sorry, define illa, state Joule's law of heating. State Joule's law of heating. So when you talk about Joule's law of heating, you say heat produced in a resistor is directly proportional to the square of current, directly proportional to the resistance for a given circuit, and directly proportional to the time for which the current flows through the resistor. In a practical situation, when electric source is connected to a known voltage sources, it is used for calculating the current through it using the formula I is equal to V by R. Okay, so this is what is all about what? Joule's law of heating. Very important. Okay, practical applications of Joule's law of heating. We will do it in the next class and part. Okay, thank you.